Actions. When selected for activation, a warrior may perform 2 actions. Actions are performed by following their described rules, after which the warrior's action is considered expended. There are generic actions available to all warriors, and free actions, which are detailed on a warrior's stat card. Mission actions are detailed on the mission card, if applicable. Free actions are performed without expending the 2 actions a warrior has during activation. Free actions are only performed under specific conditions noted on a warrior stat card or as an extension of other actions. For example, if a warrior becomes provoked as a result of a retreat action. Generic actions. Standby.
Remove the warrior's ready token in order to begin their activation.
Use your warrior to perform a standby action and remain stationary. Ambush. Use your warrior to perform a standby action and remain stationary. Place an ambush token next to your warrior. During an enemy warrior's activation, if they end any of their actions within attack range of your warrior, you may remove your ambush token and perform a free attack against the activated warrior. Remove the ambush token if performing any actions that are not a standby action. Movement. Perform a movement action by physically moving your warrior up to a number of inches in any direction up to twice their agility stat. You may not move the warrior off a board edge unless specifically allowed by the mission card. If you move within 1 inch of an enemy warrior, you are now considered within melee range. This action cannot be performed if your warrior is within melee range of an enemy warrior. You would instead need to perform the retreat action. Retreat. Perform a movement action away from melee range of an enemy warrior up to your agility stat in inches.
If the enemy warrior is readied, they become provoked.
If a warrior is provoked, they may perform a free melee attack against the retreating warrior before the retreat action is performed. Melee attack. Use your warrior's melee weapon to perform an attack action against another warrior within range using your warrior's might stat. Roll off against your opponent. Add your warrior's might stat to your roll result. Your opponent adds their warrior's guard stat to their roll. If your result is equal to or higher than the opposing player's roll, apply damage to the target warrior, as noted in the weapon stat line. In the event of a critical tie, the target warrior receives half damage when it is applied, rounded down to a minimum of 1. If your opponent wins the roll-off, the action is expended and no damage is applied. Ranged attack. Use your warrior's ranged weapon to perform an attack action against another visible warrior within range. Roll off with your opponent. Add your warrior's prowess stat to your roll. The opposing player adds the target warrior's agility stat to their roll. If your final result is equal to or higher than your opponent's final result, the enemy warrior is hit by the attack. In the event of a critical tie, apply stat roll modifiers normally. Proceed to a second roll-off and add your ranged weapon's might stat to the result. The opposing player adds their warrior's guard stat to their roll. If your final result is equal to or higher than your opponent's final result, proceed to applying damage. In the event of a critical tie, the target warrior receives half damage when it is applied, rounded down to a minimum of 1. If firing a ranged weapon while within melee range, or 1 inch of an enemy warrior, subtract 1 from your warrior's prowess roll. You may attempt a ranged attack against an enemy warrior locked in melee combat with friendly warriors. However, if you roll a 1 on your prowess roll when attempting to do so, not counting modifiers, one of your friendly warriors is hit instead. Roll might as normal, then roll for the friendly warrior's guard. Apply damage as normal. This concludes the video on generic actions. May your victory be assured.